Across the American West, numerous towns rose rapidly during the mining booms of the 19th and early 20th centuries, only to fall into abandonment as the resources they depended on were depleted. These once thriving settlements, built around silver, gold, and copper discoveries, were the heart of the West's economic and social activity for a time. When the mines ran dry, so did the towns, leaving behind a scattered collection of forgotten communities, each with its own unique story of boom and bust. Today, many of these ghost towns stand as haunting reminders of the past, with well-preserved buildings and remnants offering a glimpse into the harsh realities and fleeting prosperity of the Old West. Their enduring significance lies in the lessons they impart about the transient nature of fortune and the perseverance of history. Bodi California. Bodi California was founded in 1859 during the California Gold Rush, originally a modest gold mining camp. It quickly grew into a thriving town, reaching a peak population of 10,000 in the 1880s. Bodi's prosperity was fueled by the nearby gold mines, which made the town a bustling, rowdy place with saloons, brothels, and other businesses. However, as gold resources dwindled and the mining operations became less profitable, the town began to decline. By 1917, most residents had left, and Bodi was largely abandoned. Today, Bodi is a state historic park, one of the most famous ghost towns in the U.S. Its buildings are preserved in a state of arrested decay, offering visitors a rare glimpse into the past. Bodi is significant for its preservation as a snapshot of a typical Old West mining town. Calico California. Calico California was founded in 1881 during a silver rush in San Bernardino County. At its height, the town boasted over 500 mines, making it a bustling hub of silver production. By the early 1890s, silver prices plummeted and the mines began to close, leading to a sharp decline in Calico's population. The once thriving town was mostly deserted by the 1900s, but it was later revived in the 1950s when Walter Knott of Knott's Berry Farm fame purchased the property and began restoring the town. Today, Calico is a part of the San Bernardino County Regional Parks and is open to tourists who can explore the remains of its original buildings, including homes, saloons, and the old mining shafts. Calico is significant as a preserved example of the Old West silver mining boom and a popular tourist attraction. Jerome, Arizona. Jerome, Arizona was founded in 1876 as a copper mining town and quickly grew into a thriving community. At its peak, it had over 15,000 residents, and the mines produced millions of dollars worth of copper. Known as the wickedest town in the West, Jerome was notorious for its saloons, gambling halls, and vice. However, when copper supplies were depleted in the 1950s, the town's economy collapsed. Jerome's population dropped dramatically, and by 1953, the town was nearly abandoned. In the 1960s, Jerome was rediscovered and restored by artists and historians. Today it is a National Historic Landmark, offering visitors a glimpse into its past with preserved buildings, old mining equipment, and a museum. Jerome is significant for its role in the copper boom and its cultural rebirth as an artist colony. Virginia City, Nevada. Virginia City, Nevada was established in 1859 after the discovery of the Comstock Lode, one of the largest silver strikes in American history. The town rapidly grew into one of the most prosperous mining towns in the West, with a population of 25,000 at its peak. Virginia City was famous for its wealth, its thriving business district, and its colorful history involving figures like Mark Twain and Wyatt Earp. However, when silver production decreased in the late 1800s, the town's prosperity faded, and by the early 1900s, Virginia City was largely abandoned. Today it is a National Historic Landmark with many of its original buildings intact. Visitors can tour the old mines, see the historic mansions, and walk the cobblestone streets. Virginia City's significance lies in its role in the development of Nevada and its lasting impact on the history of silver mining. Tombstone, Arizona. Tombstone, Arizona was founded in 1877 and quickly became one of the most famous Old West towns due to its silver mining boom and the infamous gunfight at the OK Corral in 1881. This shootout involving lawmen like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday cemented Tombstone's place in Wild West lore. At its peak, the town had a population of around 14,000 and was home to saloons, gambling halls, and other businesses. However, as the silver mines began to close in the late 1800s, the town's population rapidly declined. By the early 1900s, Tombstone was nearly abandoned. Today, the town is a well-preserved historic site, drawing tourists to visit its original buildings like the Birdcage Theater and the OK Corral. Tombstone is significant not only for its rich history in the Silver Rush, but also for its role in shaping the legend of the American frontier. Rhyolite, Nevada. Rhyolite, Nevada was founded in 1904 during a gold rush in the Amargosa Mountains. The town sprang up rapidly, attracting thousands of miners and their families. At its height, Rhyolite had a population of over 1,000 and was home to luxury hotels, stores, and even electric streetlights. The town's fortunes were tied to the success of its gold mines, but when the mines began to close and financial difficulties set in, Rhyolite's population began to dwindle. By 1916, the town was abandoned. Today, Rhyolite is a well-known ghost town, with several buildings and structures still standing, including the ruins of a stone schoolhouse, a train station, and the remains of the Rhyolite Bottle House, made entirely of glass bottles. The town's significance lies in its rapid rise and fall, showcasing the volatility of boom towns during the gold rush era. Sagorgo, California. Sagorgo, located in the Inyo Mountains of California, was founded in 1865 and quickly became a booming silver and lead mining town. At its peak in the late 1800s, Sagorgo had a population of around 400 people and produced significant amounts of silver. However, as the mines began to deplete, the town's fortunes began to decline. By the early 1900s, Sagorgo was completely abandoned. The town remained largely forgotten until the 1990s, when it was rediscovered by a group of preservationists. Today, Sagorgo is privately owned and offers tours of its historic buildings, including an old hotel, a chapel, and mining equipment. The town's significance lies in its mining history and its preservation as an example of a remote mining community that once thrived in the California wilderness. Lor Colorado. Lor Colorado was established during the Colorado Gold Rush in the mid-1800s. Like many mining towns, it boomed quickly as prospectors rushed in to find their fortunes. However, Lor faced numerous challenges, including transportation difficulties and natural disasters that led to the town's eventual decline. By the early 1900s, most of the residents had moved away, and the town was essentially abandoned. Today, Lor is a remote and little-known ghost town, mainly visited by hiking enthusiasts and history buffs. The remaining ruins of the mining operations, including old stone foundations and remnants of a once thriving community, are scattered throughout the area. Lor's significance lies in its short-lived yet vivid example of the challenges faced by mining towns in the Colorado Rockies. Nelson, Nevada. Nelson, Nevada, originally known as El Dorado Canyon, was established in 1775 by Spanish settlers searching for silver. However, it wasn't until the late 19th century that the town truly boomed as a center for silver mining. During the mining heyday, the town saw the construction of several buildings, a post office, and a schoolhouse. The mines in El Dorado Canyon produced millions in silver, but by the early 20th century, the industry began to decline, and Nelson was abandoned. Today, Nelson is a well-preserved ghost town and is known for its fascinating ruins, including old mining equipment, structures, and an old mill. Its significance lies in its long history of silver mining and its connection to the mining legacy of Nevada, offering a glimpse into the state's Old West past. St. Elmo, Colorado. St. Elmo, founded in 1880, was a prosperous mining town known for its gold and silver production. The town's population peaked at around 2,000 people, and it boasted hotels, saloons, and a schoolhouse. However, by the 1920s, as mining resources dwindled and the railroad bypassed the town, St. Elmo's residents began to leave. By the 1950s, the town was completely deserted. Today, St. Elmo is one of Colorado's best preserved ghost towns, with many of its original buildings still intact, including homes, a general store, and even the town's church. Its significance lies in its well-preserved state, offering a rare and authentic look at life in a remote Colorado mining town, making it a popular destination for visitors interested in Old West history. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below.